Hey guys, this is Gossip Girl PK and today's video is a very quick little review on two of the new Viseart products. I've been thinking about doing this video for a while now, but what can I say? I'm a lazy person. When I first bought these products and I first started thinking about reviewing them, they were pretty new to the Viseart product line. But since then, Viseart has definitely launched a few more eyeshadow palettes and some other stuff that I haven't yet tried. But anyways, the good thing is that I've had these products for about 2 months now, and so I'm in a good place to actually let you know whether or not these are worth your money, what are the pros, what are the cons, and all of that good stuff. So there's your silver lining. Anyways, before we get into this review, I do have a confession to make, and that is that I have a very soft spot for Viseart. I love the brand, I love what they stand for, I love how considerate they are when they're making their products, and I love the owner. Anastasia is such a sweet person, and just overall, I'm obsessed with the brand. I always find myself inclined towards buying their products, even though they are very expensive. I just feel like they're worth every single penny. So there's my bias. But anyways, that being said, my review would be 100% honest. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you care. Alright, so the two new Viseart products that I'll be reviewing today are their new Viseart Seamless Eye Primer as well as their Seamless Setting Powder. First, let's talk about the eyeshadow primer. When I first found out that Viseart came out with their own eyeshadow primer, I knew that I had to get on it right away and I had to try it. Because for me personally, it is the eyeshadow products where Viseart excels. But anyways, when I found out that they were coming out with an eyeshadow primer, I was like, it must be something phenomenal. And it is definitely the most unique eyeshadow primer that I have in my collection, given that this is clear, it does not have any pigment to it. And I'm used to using something that has a little pigment to it. And that just helps in creating a nice, neat little canvas for my eyeshadow to go on. This is a clear eyeshadow primer. It does not have any pigment or coverage to it. So if you were looking for an eyeshadow primer with the purpose or intention of finding something that would really help cover the darkness on your eyes or cover the veining on your eyes, then I don't think this would be the primer for you. What I personally find that this eyeshadow primer does for me is give my eyes a nice, smooth, velvety texture. That way, anything that would go on smoothly. And while this is not going to give any coverage to your eyelids, I still feel like it's going to transform your eyelids into this smooth, neat textured surface. To me, my eyelids feel like velvet every time I put this on, and that just makes everything glide on like a dream. The matte eyeshadows would blend like a miracle, the shimmers go on nicely, and you could always pair this together with other eyeshadow primers or concealers to just take care of the hyperpigmentation or the veining on your eyes. I personally love to pair this with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. That is what I've done today. And I kind of feel like without this, just using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre just dries out my eyelids. Even though I have like normal eyelids, they're not oily, but they're definitely not dry. But the MAC Paint Pot is kind of drying on my eyelids. This definitely helps keep everything a little more hydrated, a little more smooth, and that just helps everything glide on smoothly. So it pretty much sounds like the all-over perfect primer. And yes, there's a small con to it. I do have a little bit of a concern, not with the performance of the product. Like when it comes to the performance and what it has to do on the eyes, it does it perfectly. My concern is with the formula of this product, and I don't know, maybe this kind of issue is a necessary evil for all smoothing products that are extraordinarily smoothing. Like I've had this issue with another face primer in my collection that pretty much did the same thing. My NYX Angel Veil primer would just give me a velvety skin and my makeup would just glide on top like a dream. But I have the same issue with both of these products, and that is the oil in the product, which I feel like is the good stuff. I mean, I feel like the oil in the formula, it is the magic ingredient that gives that extraordinary smoothing velvety feel to the eyes. That kind of separates itself from the rest of the formula when it's lying down in your makeup collection. And every time you go in to use the product, you would open it, you'd squeeze out the tube, and a lot of oil would just squirt out and it just gets wasted. And over time, the product would kind of start drying out. That is what happened to the Angel Veil primer in my collection. It's still a pretty nice primer. I used it today, but it's not as smoothing anymore like it used to be. And that is what I'm afraid is going to happen to this if I keep wasting that oil. I have found a way to work around it. Like every time I go in to use this primer, I'm just very conscious of the fact that I have to shake it well for like 20-30 seconds. And after that, when I go in to squeeze it out, it would come out perfectly, no problem, no oil squirting out, just the right amount of thickness, that same wonderful velvety kind of texture and feel to it, and then obviously I have no issues. But anytime that I forget doing that, I do waste a lot of product, and I'm not very happy about it because this is a $24 eyeshadow primer and I would hate to see it wasted like that. So I don't know if this is a necessary evil, like all products that give you this kind of and this level of velvety smoothness, if all of them have to have this issue or if they can actually work on it and improve the formula overall. But anyways, that being said, once you apply it on your eyes with its intended consistency, it's actually one of the best eyeshadow primers, and there's nothing that makes your eyeshadows glide on better than this does. Now let's quickly talk about the Viseart Seamless Powder, and as far as this product is concerned, I have zero complaints. Packaging, the formula, the performance, everything about this product is ridiculously good. The packaging is amazing. This is definitely not the first loose powder that has come in this packaging. I don't remember, but I've definitely seen other powders with similar packaging. But I'm really excited to see brands doing this now, because a year or so ago, every loose powder that you would have in your collection, it would be a hot mess. So I'm really happy to see this new trend where brands are actually being intelligent about the way they package the loose powders. So you have a little lift in the center of the cap, so when you close this down, it would just fit right into the sifter and you would not really waste any product, or excess powder won't be flying out if you're traveling or if you have thrown it in your bag. It would be secure there. It just locks the powder in really nicely. There's no wastage. No excess powder really shifts into the cap through the sifter, and so when you go in and you open it, there isn't mess everywhere. So that's pretty nice for a change. And the formula on the powder is absolutely incredible. It's extremely finely milled, and even though this is a white powder, I feel like it's genuinely colorless and you will not get any flashback with it. If I'm being completely honest, as much as I love this product all over my face, I do prefer the Laura Mercier one for the under eyes, maybe because this is completely colorless, and I really like the creaminess of the Laura Mercier one. Like, it has a nice creamy tint to it, which I feel really brightens up my under eyes, which is just why I really prefer that one. But I mean, for the rest of the face, it doesn't get any better than this. I am wearing this all over my face today, other than my under eyes. This is so incredible at making your skin feel flawless. I mean, even to the naked eye, not just the camera, you feel like you have zero pores and you have perfectly smooth skin. I don't know what is in this product, but this is just such an incredible powder. Probably the best in my collection at the moment. And I don't know why this did not get the same amount of hype that the Becca one did or the Hourglass one did. I do have the Hourglass one, I've tried it, but I feel like that is definitely a little more suited for people with dry skin, because it has a nice luminosity to it. But if you have oily skin, or even if you have normal skin, I feel like you are going to freaking love this powder, because honestly, it does not get any better than this. I know that Viseart products are pretty expensive, especially their eyeshadows are almost twice as expensive as any other high-end eyeshadow palette. But I feel like these products are pretty reasonably priced for Viseart, because they are the same prices as other high-end setting powders or other high-end eyeshadow primers. So I feel like when it comes to these, their prices are pretty standard. So that is a plus, because these products are definitely up there in quality and they live up to the name of the Viseart brand. So yeah, guys, those are the two products that I recently picked up from Viseart, and I really like them, and you should definitely try them out. I don't know why not a lot of people talked about them, but they were definitely standout products for me this year, and I really enjoyed them. So that completes today's video. Today's comment question is, what is the one makeup brand that you have no self-control over, that when they come out with a product, you just absolutely need to have it in your life? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to know your holy grail brands. And that completes today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.